Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and productive day. And in the news this morning for December 11, 2023, St. Andrews Central Division lists 4 wanted men. Detectives assigned to the St. Andrews Central Division has listed 4 men as wanted for several crimes committed across the parish. They are Nicholas Williams, otherwise called Pooh Bear, a 20-year-old of University Crescent, Kingston, who is wanted for shooting with intent. Rashane Douglas, otherwise called Rush, of Gordon Hill District in St. Andrew, who is wanted for murder. Shawnee McKenzie, otherwise called Minx, a 27-year-old of Anderson Road, Kingston, who is wanted for murder. Calvin Simon, otherwise called CJ, a 19-year-old of Gordon Hill District in St. Andrew, who is wanted for murder. The men are urged to turn themselves in to the Halfway Tree Police immediately. The police are also reminding members of the public that it is a criminal offense to harbor a fugitive. Investigators are encouraging persons to continue sharing information to aid in the investigations by calling the Halfway Tree Police at 876-926-8184, Crime Stop at 311, the NIB tip line at 811, the police 119 numbers, or the nearest police station. Moody's siblings were killed over scamming, says a mother. The Moody siblings, 20-year-old Kerrick Moody and 22-year-old Kenisha Moody, who reportedly went missing on Friday and are suspected to have been killed and buried in a shallow grave, were allegedly murdered over scamming money. The siblings' mother, Stephanie Edwards, told the news in an interview on Sunday that her children were involved in scamming. Yes, the voice note said them bingo food and them go around boss, she said. The mother of 5 said she tried her best to steer them along the right path. Me grow them up the best me can, and she get herself involved in a criminal activity, where she not supposed to be involved in. Her name all over the news. Me been talking and talking to try my best to curve them out of it, Edwards bemoaned. In 2021, Kenisha Moody was charged for her involvement in the Kings Valley gang after she was found with rounds of ammunition in her purse. At the time, ACP Fitzbailey announced that Moody was the alleged girlfriend of the Kings Valley gang leader, Derval Williams. Them very secretive, so this is the outcome of it. So because me always a quarrel and me always talk to them, I always try to get them on the right side, and to walk on the right path, me grow them up the best me can, the distraught mother told the news. She said her daughter had landed a job in Black River, where she rented a house in Brompton and lived with her brother. But she said her daughter is believed to have quit the job. Me surprised she get a work in Black River, and me find out say she leave the work. She sit down at home say she do her own business. They are sell online, the mother recalled. The mother told the news that after viewing a viral video circulating on social media of what appeared to be a male and a female with blood-stained clothes dumped in a shallow grave and a man throwing dirt on them, she soon after identified the bodies as her missing children. My daughter foot, same how you see the little foot. Her foot them set like her grandmother, and if you look up close to her leg, she have one little sink. She have a scar right up to her eyeside, she explained. The mother is hoping that their bodies will be found and that she will get to bury them. Me dey a ponder and wonder if see if me coulda get the 2 little piece of body fi bury to what them do with it, she pleaded. She said that despite their lifestyle, she is mourning their loss. And my belly pain, I feel all kind of pain, the body numb, but all me have to do is give God thanks for help fi go through. Me just a lean pa Father God, she said. According to the police, a 20-year-old Kerrick Moody and a 22-year-old Kenisha Moody of Grange Hill District, Westmoreland, have been missing since Friday, December 8. Reports from the police are that about 7:15 a.m., Kerrick and Kenisha were last seen leaving a cook shop in Grange Hill in the parish. Gunmen rob over $100,000 from KFC in downtown Kingston. 4 men held up and robbed the KFC restaurant at 85 King Street in downtown Kingston Sunday morning. No one was hurt during the robbery, in which more than $100,000 was reportedly taken. Reports reaching the news are that around 11:06 a.m., 4 masked men, 2 of whom were armed with handguns, held up and robbed employees of their phones and tablets. They also robbed the money from the vault, amounting to more than $100,000. All 4 men, the police said, escaped on foot towards the South Parade area. Unconfirmed reports on social media said the gunmen also robbed the customers of cash and phones and left with a larger quantity of chicken. The police said they were unable to confirm this based on the information they received. KFC has 2 stores on King Street in downtown. Police focusing on PR larceny in Breadbasket Parish. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson says the St. Elizabeth Police are prioritizing their focus on PR larceny in the Breadbasket Parish, even as he welcomed amendments for stiffer penalties. I noted that PR larceny is a challenge in St. Elizabeth, which is the breadbasket. The PR larceny across the country varies. It is not the same things, and it is not the same way it is done. I know that the team here has been putting some focus on that. It is a focus that we need to do in a wider way across the country, but also looking at certain technologies to apply to that, he said at a town hall meeting in Black River on Wednesday. What I am very heartened about is that the people who we go through the whole process of putting in front of the court now can get the sort of sentencing required of it, added Anderson. Just last month, amendments to the Agricultural Produce Act were passed in the House of Representatives to seek to put in place more stringent penalties to address the issue of PR larceny. Under the amended bill, the maximum fine for people convicted of transporting stolen agricultural produce has moved from $250,000 to $1 million, and the maximum prison term of 3 months is now 3 years. Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green said the amendments were well needed. These are changes that the police have been lobbying about for decades. We have to send a clear signal to criminals that PR larceny will not be tolerated, he said. Green, who is also member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth Southwestern, said PR larceny is a threat in his constituency. The reality is that we have farmers in every single community that you go to in St. Elizabeth. The majority of the population you would find are either farmers or fishers. That is what we do, he said. We have been on a drive from the Ministry of Agriculture to channel more of our people, especially our youth, into farming. And not just the regular farming, we have been trying to push more of them into livestock farming. We have been trying to say to more of them that you can make great returns from our small ruminant sector. The real challenge that they often have is PR larceny, added Green. He commended the police for intercepting farm thieves. Thankfully, since the start of the year, we have seen significant breakthroughs. We have seen the police apprehend, charge, and put people before the court for stealing livestock, goats, and that is the sort of work that we want to see continue, he said. My hope is that next year we will be able to work together as the Ministry of Agriculture and the JCF to roll out the first phase of our Agricultural Wardens program, where we can put some more boots on the ground in our farming areas so our farmers have greater protection, added Green. Price calls for parliamentary inquiry into motives of boundary shift in Portmore. Raymond Price, the People's National Party chairman for St. Catherine East Central, is calling for a parliamentary inquiry into Cabinet member Everall Warmington's declaration that the Jamaica Labour Party plans to create a political stronghold through adjustment of the constituency boundaries. Price, who is also the PNP caretaker for the constituency, expressed a concern over the lack of condemnation from the administration regarding Warmington's comments, which he suggested would be an inappropriate manipulation of boundaries to give the JLP an advantage in Portmore when it becomes Jamaica's 15th parish. During a constituency conference held in Portmore last month, Warmington named the specific communities, including Quarry Hill, Lakes Pen, Lime Grove, and a section of Grange Lane that would be severed from the Portmore Pines Municipal Division, now part of St. Catherine East Central. This move, Warmington had suggested, would ensure that the PNP cannot secure victory in the constituency. Price, speaking to the news, labeled Warmington's actions as gerrymandering, emphasizing that the public acknowledgement of shifting political boundaries for electoral advantage raises serious concerns. He criticized the administration's silence in addressing Warmington's statement, asserting that it complicates the parliamentary process and raises questions about the accuracy of information provided by the Joint Select Committee looking at the matter. The silence of the administration to formally redress or address the statement by Warmington confounds the administration, Price said. According to Price, Warmington's assertion makes the decision to establish Portmore as Jamaica's 15th parish inconsistent with the original rationale put forth by the Holness administration and articulated at the sitting of the Joint Select Committee. When the report was tabled, notwithstanding a minority report by the opposition, the argument provided by the committee suggested that they were honest or other altruistic reasons, Price said. The reason was initially presented as an effort to grant Portmore full autonomy in handling its affairs, so the Joint Select Committee was tasked with establishing the framework for this transition. If Warmington is truthful, then the administration would have misled the country at the parliamentary sitting of the Joint Select Committee, and if I were a member of the House, I would table a motion to inquire as to whether Parliament has been misled by the Prime Minister, stated Price. He said that there is also the matter of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, which was established to take matters relating to constituency boundaries out of the realm of politics. Notably, this controversy marks the first time a parish's formation is under consideration since the establishment of the ECJ. Despite this, Price stressed that the ECJ's primary function is overseeing constituency boundaries and it should not be compromised during the process.